Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. My name is Mary Lou and this is my channel. So today I am going to work on some origami projects and I'm going to decorate it if I have time. I want to make it a quick and easy project. I haven't had time to film at all in the last couple of days. I filmed on Friday and I published that on Saturday, and then Saturday I spent the whole day on the golf course for a golf tournament. And don't think that I'm a great golfer. I'm a terrible golfer. And Sunday I had to go look after the grandkids because mom and dad were busy and needed them out of their hair for a bit. So I haven't had time to do anything. So right now, I just want to make a quick project so we're back on track a little bit. So the origami project that I want to create, I have seen on Heather and Jan's channel, and if I can find it, I will tag her video below. Because it is pretty brilliant. She did a couple of different things, but I like this the best. I love that I can use this beautiful envelope type of thing, and I can take it apart and I can use it for journaling space. If you glue it down like in the journal, then like it just flops out and you have a beautiful extra page to write on. And it is super easy to redo. See, it just folds right in. So you can, like, if you glue this piece down, then it sticks there. But I want to show you how I made these. Like, these are just from papers that I had. This was a printable that I coffee dyed on the back. This one I used Paper Artsy Infusions to dye paper. How beautiful is that? And this is just plain copy paper. This is also Paper Artsy Infusions. Look at the colors. Isn't it beautiful? So let's go and make some. What are we going to need? We're going to need some decorations. So I've brought out again some of the little tags from that I had printed the other day for my other project. I have some labels from the Junk Journal Studio, and these are vintage labels, or these are labels of days gone by. It is either set 1, 2, or 3. I am not sure which one it is. And you can find her on Etsy. I don't need that. And then I have some snippets that I've made with Tim Holtz's snippet stamp collection. And we can use these for decorating. Then I have I am using US letter size paper. So it is 8.5 by 11 inches. I'm not sure what that is in centimeters. So let's get started on this. So what you need to do is find the center of your 8.5 by 11. Now the way that I usually do it is I fold it in half. I am way too picky that I do want to find the exact center, even though you don't have to, because you can also do it like this and then you'll find the center, because the points here will line up together. And then we'll just fold this. Ooh, I do have to get it completely straight because that looks better. There we go. And then you're just going to fold it like in a point, like a house. Okay, then we're going to take it like this, and this piece of the paper is going to go up against the sides here. And we're creating like kind of an envelope shape, but a funky envelope shape. And you can use this as an envelope as well. Then we're going to turn it around and we're going to fold this over to about I'm gonna say just a little over 2/3 of the way. There we go. And then we'll take this little flap that we have left over and we're gonna fold it over and tuck it in right there. All right, that's all it is. How cute is that? Now you can ink the edges and it'll stand out a little bit more. But meanwhile, like, this is a great use for some of your, you like the papers, but they're not really perfect for your journal. So this is a great way to use them up and you have beautiful writing paper. This one I did with, I think it is Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays. I will put it in the bottom if I remember, if I can find what it is. But it is sprays and I sprayed that about a year ago. I was playing with that. So we're going to fold it again like that. And make it match in the middle. Fold it down. There. And we're building a house to start with. We put it sideways. Fold the bottom up until it is completely matching to the other two sides. Fold it down. Turn it over. Go about a little over 2/3 of the way to the next part. And we take this flap and we fold it back. Now, if you can tell, this time I made it a little bit too big. So what I do is I just fold that in a little bit like that, and then I can tuck it back in to that piece. And there's another one. And look, the gradation of the paper, of the inks on the paper, makes it look really, really cool. And it's just one piece. It is so easy to make. There's no cutting involved, nothing. All we are doing is folding paper. Okay, so I have a whole bunch that I have done already. So there's that one. And I'm going to decorate them. There we go. So I think I like the blue for in the journal. And I think and I already decorated one. So I did some of the little tags from the Gothic architecture kit. And I put some of the fibers from the denim behind it. And I thought that would just be a really cute pocket envelope or journal space. So that's kind of what I want to do here as well. I have, you can see I've got some lace here. This is really old vintage lace. It was from off of a collar and I pulled it off there. So it's really, really ratty and old, and I think it looks beautiful. I have some pieces of denim. I have some pieces of the fabric that I'm using on the cover. And I've got all the other bits and pieces. I also have some other lace here. I won't need any more boo-boo tape for today. Oh, and look, I have a flower from the lei that I was using on Saturday on our decorations. So I can use that, and let's see where we're going with this. It's always a surprise. I don't want to use too much, because if I want to use it as a journal spot, then I don't want to have it too heavily decorated. This is a pretty thick lace that may not work for this. unless we're using it as a pocket. So this is really decision time. Like, am I going to use this as a pocket, or am I going to use it as extra journaling space? I wonder what would happen if I open this up. Is that going to be too heavy? No, I don't think it would be too heavy, because it's going to stay at the bottom. So that one would actually work. It's things that need to be decided. Now, the next decision is, what do I want to use off of this? I know I have some other littler pieces. No, I think I want to go with this. There we go. I need to use this side. I have it upside down. Well, not pretty. No, it works very well. Do I need anything else? I think so. I think I want to put a little bit of label right here. And I think I want to use some of this, maybe a round one to add there, and then an itty bitty well, that's a boring one. Look at that, there's nothing to it. That one's a little better. There we go. Let's ink around those. Or this one. Maybe this one. Yeah. They're slipping out of my fingers. So if you can tell, the light has changed. That is because this is the next morning. For you, it's just a few minutes later, but it is the next morning for me. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with this, so I had to sleep on it. And then when I woke up, I decided that I was going to give myself a rest day because my body is screaming for it. And when it does that, it's time to take a break and not push it, because that's when injuries happen. And at the moment my knee is sore, so I'm just giving it a break. So there we go. There's one decorated to go into the journal. All right, next I have this one. It has some yellow on here and some other Let's see, what can we do with this? Oh, I have another itty bitty here. And what else do we have? No, I don't like that one. I want fairly simple. Oh, that's cute. What else do I have that can go on there? I need something a little around. Oh, what if we do this? That would be cute. Okay. Easy peasy. I don't want to do too much thinking. I don't want to make this an incredibly long video, long-winded and drawn out. I'm going to heavily edit this video and make it so that you get the gist, but you don't have to be totally bored watching it for 2 hours. And as you can see, I'm not very neat with the glue. You don't need to be. It just needs to be able to be stuck on there and not come off. And I want it to be a little flatter up here because you do want to write on it. If I decide that that's not what I'm going to do, then that's okay. Okay, and we have our little Gothic building. I don't need very many in the journal, so if I have 3 or 4, 2 as a pocket, 2 as journal pages, and that's all I need. So I have a blue one, a brown one, this one with a little bit of yellow, and then I'll use a, I think I want to use this one as well, just for prettiness. Okay. Do I want to put a little bit of lace on here? Let's do it. Let's see, I want some of that ratty piece. Okay. Let's see. That would be cute. Let's just glue it down. And this glue dries clear, so when you're putting lace on here, it doesn't matter if you're just making a strip like that. It won't show once it's dry and you've got it in your journal. But you do want to make sure that the lace is properly attached to your pocket. So the ones with the lace make for perfect pockets, actually. If you can see, like, just put a pocket here, make a little pocket here, and they're fully decorated. How cute is that? And you can see, like, it's attached. The Aleene's Tacky Glue is wonderful for keeping sticking fabric to paper. I do want to stick this down a little bit better so that it doesn't fall apart. There we go. So then we have one left to do. I have a little bit of doily too. That would be cute. If I put a little doily here. Little doily, let's scrunch it up a little bit. It's a little white right now. I'm just going along the edges. And this is such flimsy paper. There we go, that's a bit better. And do we want to put it here, or do we want to use it up here? I think I want to put it right here. I think I want to put some of this flower on here. Oh, look how pretty. I'll put some yellow in there too. Put the yellow behind it. Put the blue on top. There we go. We're bringing in some of the blue. And then do we have a round little label that we can use? I know I have rosettes that I could put in there, but that might just be a little bit too much. I can put a, put that in there, and a brad. Oh, that would be really cute. That would give it a little bit of dimension. Or this one. Put that one. It's a little big.